Super Plus.
Greetings and welcome to a Hills of Steel 2 Tank Breakdown Special Edition video. In this video we're not going to be looking at a tank in particular, but we are going to be talking to you about the tank attachments or tank parts and why they're important to each particular tank. First of all, let's jump right in and actually take a look at what are tank parts or tank attachments. As you level through your different tanks, we're going to be using Joker as our main base here and looking at the different attachments that are available, how to upgrade them, as well as how they have an impact on each different game mode as well. So we'll use Joker as our base tank. We have 3 available slots. Now as you play through the game, you don't get these all at once. So if we take a look at, say, Ninja for example, we don't have a 3rd slot because we need to get to level 10 in order to unlock that. Once we do, we'll be able to use all 3. So as you progress through with each new tank, you'll have to level them to unlock each additional slot to be able to use an attachment. For Joker, however, we are level 10, so we are able to use all 3 slots. Now the attachments come in a different set of tiers. So you have the common ones, which are blue. You will then have rare, which are red, and then epic, which are pink. And each of these do different things. So if we take a look at, say, a common bullet, it does increase damage by 5% compared to increased damage by 15% for the epic, and of course rare in between would be 10%. So with each different tier you get a different sort of reward, but of course not all of them are just rewards. Some of them do come with disadvantages as well. So if we take a look at, say, the heavy barrel increases damage by 10%, but it decreases movement by 10%. Now, a thing to note when actually using these attachments, when you upgrade those into rare and then epic, the increased damage will increase. It'll go up to 15 and then 20%, but the decreased movement speed will stay at 10%. So you sort of get a stronger advantage as you level them up. One of the other things to note is if we take a look at Wally that we have here, one of the things that when you gather tank attachments throughout playing the game, you're going to end up getting a few of the same ones. And what you can actually do is you can do a fuse ability. So by selecting one that you have 3 of, it requires 3 of the exact same attachment. It cannot be of different tiers. It has to be 3 tank parts of the same tier. So here we have 3 auto crates that are all common, and when we press fuse, we can actually put 3 of them together in order to create 1 rare one. And then the same can be done for when we have 3 rare ones. We can fuse those together to create an epic one. So and you'll see here that we will increase our reload speed from 20% to 30%. So it's always important to remember that if you have extras of a particular tank part, you want to fuse those together in order to get a higher tank tier, because it'll help whenever it goes into the game modes. So using Joker as our test subject, so to speak, we're going to show the differences of what no attachments do, what common attachments do, and then like what epic attachments do, so that you can see the drastic difference and how important they actually are. So the three epic ones that we do have is increased damage by 15% from the bullet. We have increased movement speed by 15% from the exhaust, and then we have plus 5 second boost on spawn from the afterburner. So first of all, we're going to play Joker. We're going to be doing it in domination so that you can see the effect, and we're going to be doing Joker with no attachments. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so here we are in the game. As we said, we have no attachments on Joker at all, so this is what the base Joker looks like. It's Joker itself is relatively quick. it can't take a lot of damage and does a decent amount of damage. So for the base Joker, it's a respectable tank, but of course, you know, there's many different ways to use your tank attachments and, you know, what you prefer to add on. Some people like to add on for survivability. Some people like to add on for speed. Some people like to add on for damage. And of course, there's always the ability to do a combination of all of them so that you can have a nice sort of balanced Joker or whatever tank it is you prefer to play. So this game is going to end relatively quickly, so then we'll be able to go take a look at what standard attachments look like on the Joker. So let's now go take a look at that and see what regular common attachments actually look like. So we're going to go back to our Joker. We're going to add increased damage, blue, common. We'll add the exhaust, which will give 5%. Use that. And then we don't have a blue afterburner, so we'll just add on a fuzzy dice for this particular one. So now we've got the increased damage by 5%. We have the increased movement speed by 5%, and then 4% critical strike chance for double damage. So let's jump back now into Domination to see what those common ones look like on Joker. Okay, so here we are now in Domination, and we have the blues on. So immediately you can already see that we move a little bit faster, and of course we're going to do a little bit more damage. So the attachments or the tank parts are giving us that little bit extra of a boost, which means you know, we can take advantage of certain different things. So whenever it comes to things like Domination, where the objective is to get to the flag fast and capture those flags, you know, speed can play a big part. Of course, then you have things like the team survival mode, which is against the AI, and like spawn speed and regular speed might not be as important, because at the end of the day the waves take a set period of time to spawn, and we also you know, want to stay with our team, so we're not going to be rushing ahead, so we don't really need to be fast. So it depends on the game mode that you're going to be playing, what attachments are actually going to play the most important role. So for this one, you know, obviously we want a little bit of speed to get to the flags faster. We want to be able to do damage to take the tanks down quicker. And of course then it'll depend on what tank you're actually playing. So if you're playing something like a Phoenix or like a Kong, or anything that is a frontline tank, you'll want to have you know, maybe more survivability or more shield or things like that. So now that we've seen what the blue common ones look like, let's now switch over and take a look at what the epic ones do. So we need to remove all of these, and we're going to add increased damage, we add the increased movement speed by 15, and we add the afterburner for 5-second speed boost. And you'll notice right away, once we get into Domination, the difference that the epic ones make. So let's take a look at what that's like. So now we're into the game, and immediately you'll notice the speed difference. Like, we are already at the second flag and there was nobody near us at all. So the attachments made a big difference there. We were able to get in, take the flag, do a lot of damage, and basically almost secure the team victory for ourselves. So you see the difference, that even when we spawn again, because of the 5-second spawn speed that we get, it's incredibly quick, and you can see even during the combat too, especially when paired up with a Sparky, which gives us a little bit of speed on top of that. Joker moves much more quicker, and of course will do a lot more damage with the bullet attachment as well. So it's really important to use the attachments. You always want to be upgrading them as quickly as possible, and there's various ways you can get them out of the chest. You can fuse them together to be able to get higher tiers and things like that. So always remember to continuously upgrade them. and then, you know, decide what the right ones for you are. You know, it can also depend on your playstyle. If you like to get aggressive but want to survive more, if you want to sit in the back lines, do a lot more damage, or if you want a balance of stuff, you know. And of course, take into consideration the game mode that you're playing. Like we said, things like Star Catch or Domination, being fast can help a lot because you get to the objective first. But in team survival or in one-on-one, being fast probably doesn't matter too much. So always be careful about what attachments you're using. Remember to level them up, and of course, you know, find what fits your play style the best as well. And that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the content that we have on the YouTube channel, and follow our social medias. Join the Discord as well so that you can chat with everyone that plays the game, show us your fan art and things like that. And let us know in the comments below what attachments you use, what you find works for what tanks, as well as some comments to help out beginners to understand tank parts a little bit better. So until the next time, have fun, and we will see you on the hills.